Hi, I'm Carol Wilson, Editor-at-Large for Light Reading, and I'm here with Carolyn Dawson, the Managing Director of TMT Vertical within Informa. And Carolyn, you're responsible for managing more than 100 global events. That's got to be an exciting job, but also a very challenging one.
That's right.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so we run 100 events. We run them all around the world, so that makes our business very unpredictable. I mean, events are unpredictable by their nature, but we operate them, in very different regions. So Africa, within Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, Asia, Latin America, North America, and Europe. So there's daily challenges that get presented with that role. However, what I would say is that also is a pretty exciting environment to work in. And has many different things that we can do.
Well, what are some of the lessons you've learned over the years in trying to make and keep your events relevant, but also diverse and inclusive?
I think number one for us is always listen to our customers, and those could be from our attendees or our sponsors. I think that you have to make sure that you research the events within a very wide ecosystem, or wide pool of people within the ecosystem, and also from wide, many variations of geographies, and I think at the same time it has to be at the right time. So you can research it too early or too late in the market to actually be able to change the events. Quite often events are produced 6 months ahead of their time, and in order to keep it relevant, you need to keep it fresh.
Yeah, there's that balance to strike between getting something that's leading the market in terms of providing information, but not so far ahead of the market that you don't have sponsors that'll step up and you don't yet have skin in the game, basically.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly right. We always kind of say it's on a scale or a tipping point of when a technology is taking off. You can be too soon in the market, or you can be too late, and the competitors are all in there before you. So there is a fine balance, but quite often that comes down to the nature of events we might run along that scale as well.
So do you have trouble recruiting female speakers? Because these are technical conferences. Is it hard to get women in as speakers? Constantly.
I mean, I've been in the industry now and in the event space within TMT for 16 years, and it's been a constant challenge. I think there are several reasons for that. One is actually just the availability. There are not many senior female leaders. I think secondly, they often tend to have lower profiles within their organizations. They're actually harder to find.
Interesting.
And so for us to, quite often to find women that are willing to come up and speak and have the confidence to speak at events, not all of them do. We often have to go through personal networks and recommendations rather than, I would say, probably with more male lead speakers who more often put themselves forward.
So what are some strategies you have to make recruiting female speakers a priority?
We definitely aim to go through personal networks and contacts, and we tend to find that works the best when there are personal recommendations made by people in the industry that know us very well and know those contacts very well. We don't really put minimum criteria on speakers being that have to be female, or actually where they have to have women-only panels. Those can be positive and negative, but we do tend to probably promote to get women on panels more often than perhaps standalone speaking slots. A lot of women find that more comfortable.
So you are personally an advocate for promoting and mentoring women in the tech space. Why, and what do you do?
I think from my perspective as well, being in TMT, we can see that ahead of us there are so many new technologies coming forward, things like artificial intelligence, where there seems to be a huge skills shortage, and it's really an issue we have to address, and we have to do it now. One of the things we're doing with the London Tech Week festival that we're running is trying to actively promote skills and digital skills courses, either through organisations or actually going into schools and teaching children around the potential future skills they will need in a digital world and what the opportunities are. And so I think that's vital to get in there at that early stage. Quite often the people that are educating them don't have the knowledge themselves. And in order for us to grow, in order for tech to grow, we have to have more of a workforce with more skills, and within those specialist areas that are going to see that growth. And I think that's why, for me, it's vital, because why turn off half the workforce, potential workforce, which is women? Which I think that's why it's so vital.
Carolyn, thanks for being here with me today.
No problem, thank you.